This is a Thunder Game Report.
Can you explain why your bench has just gelled so quickly, been so efficient so quickly? Besides superior coaching, of course.
So you don't want me to talk about that first? Last night, I mean, the bench was good in so many different areas. Scoring, rebounding, defending, only one turnover, the plus minus. One that they just play well together, I think, is because they play good defense. They give themselves a chance to get stops by their effort on the defensive end. And our bigs do a good job of really protecting the paint and helping off of playing well off with each other, with Nick and Steven. I think, and then in the passing, Reggie done a good job of attacking when he sees a hole, and then he does a good job when he has open shooters. But I think his court leadership has been good.
How are you able to break that up in practice time? Is it with all the different combinations you have? Is that the biggest challenge?
That's a challenge, but I think it's a challenge for all coaches to play your starters against your second unit. In practice, it's easy to do in practice, but in the games you have to have a little bit of both of them playing with each other, and that's what we try to do in practice: mix and match some of the lineups and have different guys compete against different players during practice. And I think it kind of helps us get a rhythm on how we play, and then it helps, I think, just continue know each other's tendencies.
How about Jeremy overall? Not just what he's scoring wise, but how efficient he's been. I mean, is that the kind of the biggest thing he's given you?
Well, that's a good thing that he's been able to knock down shots for us. That's one thing that we weren't doing early on in the preseason, but he's knocking down his mid-range, he's knocking down threes, and we need that. We need three-point shooters to be able to spread the floor, because we have three guys that can really penetrate and attack and get inside the defense. But his ability, I thought his shot last game in the quarter to put us up 8 was a big shot, and I thought Kevin did a great job of drawing his man and trusting Jeremy that he's going to hit that shot.
Coach, it seems like every game Steven Adams is improving, and you obviously draft players with an expectation. Would you say he's meeting or exceeding that expectation?
Well, I think he's meeting. We knew going into this season what he was going to bring. He's going to bring some toughness. He's going to bring good energy, and I love his enthusiasm for the game. He's a guy that wants to get better. He works hard on his game with our staff. But last game, you can't say there's not too many bad things that he did, but I saw some of his quotes that he wasn't good defensively, and I mean those are great. Those are great things that you can really self evaluate yourself and be critical. But I thought he played a really good game defensively. It wasn't as bad as he thought it was, which is good. He wants to keep improving.
His off-court personality, just he seems a little quirky. New Zealanders are kind of fun to have him around.
Yeah, I mean let's face it, he's a little goofy, but in a good way. He's a fun guy to be around. There's no question. But like I tell him, fun is if you compete hard. Fun is if you play hard for your teammates, and then all the other stuff takes care of itself. But he does definitely have a good way about him, and a good way, just an easygoing spirit, and I think the guys really enjoy being around him.
Is the starting lineup even in consideration with Steven, or is it that light years away?
No, I mean he still has a lot of things that he's done well, but he still has a lot of things that he has to understand, and in critical moments, and it's never going to be on. I mean, I'm not going to make it a Kurt, Steven type of deal. We need all of our players, and for us to be a good team and to be one of the better teams in this league, you need a team full of guys that are committed to each other. But Steven, what he brings, complements what Perk brings, and we need them both. And there's going to be times, and we can't forget about Hash. He brings another element to our big lineup.
Do you see the Wizards as a playoff contender? Kind of a slow start for them, but
Yeah, I mean they got off to a slow start and that they won their last two. They're a fast team. They're making 12 threes a game, which is hard to believe. And they're shooting 27. They score a lot of points. Wall is one of the better point guards in this league. He seems to be back healthy, and their backcourt is not only are they good and young, but they have a very, very, very bright future.
The Westbrook Wall matchup, as a basketball fan, I mean that's got to be one of the more exciting ones to see.
Well, it's two of the quicker guards in the league, but we've always had a philosophy. It's us against them, not the individual matchups. But you always have to be concerned who you're guarding, and that's always the game within the game. But it's always about Thunder versus Wizards. But they're definitely the speed is going to be a sight to see because both guys can go from basket to basket as fast as anybody in this league.
Who do you think's faster? Wall says he is. I'm sure Russell says he is.
I enjoy coaching Russell, so obviously it's Russell.
The new advanced stat stuff, the Sports VU or however you say that. I mean, have you been looking at that at all? And
I mean, we look at things throughout the game. We look at things after the games. We look at things before the games. I don't want to get into specifics on what we do, but we feel that we have a pretty good grip of what we use and what we don't think that we need. But our guys really enjoy getting the information from not just from a basketball, what you see, but some of the numbers that kind of can help what you see.
from when you played to now, how crazy is it? Some of the, you probably it was points, rebounds, assists then, and now it's like everything.
It's really not. It's like, I mean, there's more to it now. There's no question, but I've been in the league for a long time, and a lot of coaches used analytics. It's just they didn't talk about it. They didn't talk about it as much. Now it's so much more talked about. It's like the cool things. It's trending right now. And back then, you played and you didn't talk about what you were doing. You just did it on the court, and you let your work on the court speak for itself.
Does it at least seem like there's more capability, because they got the stuff of tracking exactly, where you went on the court at all times, and some of the other stuff that can be tracked now that couldn't then?
Yeah, I mean, there is. There's how many dribbles you have, how many steps you take, how many passes you make. Some of those are good, but some of those are like, okay, all right, let's next thing to talk about is like, there's a lot of stuff out there. You just have to be able to maneuver your way around it all and then feel and take what's important. And some teams feel some things are different, or some teams feel that things are more important than others. And we feel like we have a good grip on what we want to take out of all the analytics, and our players are comfortable with what we share with them.
Other than your points or any other stats, is it efficiency? Is that kind of what you key on? Just getting the most out of what you can with your opportunity?
Well, I always want to get the most, out of my minutes. Whether that's getting stops on defense, scoring the ball, whatever the team needs me to do, that's what I want to do. So I don't go out there thinking, I want to be efficient. I just go out there and try to play hard and, do whatever the team needs me to do.
You feel good about what you've been able to do so far?
Yeah, I feel okay. Teammates been really trusting me, and coach really trusted me. So just being able to, get some stops, knock down some shots, grab some boards. You always want to make your team proud. Yeah.
Why don't you feel a little better than okay? What are you not concerned about, but what do you want to improve on?
Always got to look at things to get better at. Defensively, got to get better. Offensively, you got to stay in attack mode, just little things like that. So, I'm not going to relax. It's the first 5 games. So, I feel okay. But, I know there's a lot of room for improvement.
As a unit, the bench has really gelled quickly. Does that surprise you? Because a lot of combinations, I would think that'd take a lot of time to really get going.
No, I'm not surprised. Everybody on the team puts in work. Everybody always works hard, and we was here all summer, getting better, doing what we needed to do. So no, I'm not surprised that the bench is playing good or the stars are playing good. We all put in our work. So.
How about Steven? That was impressive last night against a very, very good front line.
Oh, he a real tough kid. He was here, in the summer with us, really working, and we was all getting in good work. And to see him play like that, I was told him, that was a good game. You're a beast down there. You got a good left and right hook. Block shots, rebounds. He does all the things a big man should do. That's great.
Is there any one player on the team that's helped maybe with confidence for you or increasing the chemistry maybe with you and the team?
Well, I think everybody, talks to me, give me advice. Nick Collison, he really, helps me. Russell Westbrook, he always telling me, be aggressive. KD always saying, be aggressive, keep going, Lamb. Tabo give me things to do on defense, Perk. So I think everybody, gives me confidence. Everybody, give me little things to help my game. So that's huge for me.
Talk about the sequence at the end of the second quarter. You're getting a catch, you're getting a pass from three-time scoring champ, and you hit the three right at the buzzer. Is that just how good did that feel? And did you say, man, this is something pretty special that we're going on right now?
Felt good. Like you said, three-time scoring champ. A great player. For him to, trust me with the ball, feels good. He always makes, right plays. He's a willing passer. He can score anytime he wants, but, he makes plays for us and, makes it easy on us. So my man went over, tried to double him, and, he made a good pass, and I just tried to finish it for him, and, thank God it went down.
Westbrook versus John Wall tomorrow. Kind of as a basketball fan, is that a matchup you're even looking forward to watching as a player?
Am I looking forward to watching that?
Just Westbrook versus John Wall.
Nah. I mean, I'm maybe if I was still in college, I'd be thinking, oh, what game come on tomorrow? But, I'm going to be in the game. So, I look forward to the game, but no, I'm not thinking like, oh, I can't wait to watch them.
What kind of problems does John Wall present, as a player?
He's quick. He gets out in transition, get to the rim. So we just got to, let him see bodies in transition. Can't really, can't backpedal back. Really got to sprint back, because if you backpedal, he's too fast in the open court, and, he'll go right by you.
Jeremy, what accounts for your increased comfort level on the floor? Because it seems like in the last 2 or 3 games that it's definitely different than it has been. Is there any specific thing, or is it just the consistency of repetition and work that's clicking?
Well, I think, I got to give a credit to my teammates and, my coaches. When in preseason, I missed, basically all my shots. But my team still told me, keep shooting, keep working, keep going. Coaching staff still put me in the game, still trust me. And that's the biggest thing. So when you have your teammates behind you, you have your coaches behind you, I think that I have to credit them.
Does your shot, a successful shot, feed your other parts of your game? Defense, obviously, get you in a good mood, but, do you feel a difference in other parts of your game when you're stroking it like you're stroking it right now?
I don't think so. I think defense get my game going a little bit. Being able to, get a steal, get out in transition, see the ball go through the rim, little stuff like that. I think that's what gets you going because every night your shot not gonna fall. So those nights that your shot's not falling, you got to find other things to do, and I think that's one of the things that helps me.
There's so many advanced stats out there now. Is there anything that you see that kind of helps you at all when looking at the advanced stats that they kind of give you?
Like what advanced stats? I don't really know.
How much you're running per game or dribbling or this or that, just with the new the tracking.
No, I haven't really paid attention to it. I didn't even know about advanced stats, so no, I didn't know that.